Hey, what's up, YouTubers and RC family? Ed Clark back with yet another session using the area key from the auto trackers hosted on roulettecalculators.com. If you've been following the series, I've taken this balance up from €100. I haven't made any withdrawals yet, and I'm just building the balance and increasing my stake. So I'm playing higher stakes roulette compared to what I normally do. So we've got these auto trackers open. If you're new to the channel, the auto trackers are basically tracking um, the most popular tables from the online casinos. Okay, I mean there's a whole bunch of them. I've got a bunch open, just tracking the area key. The area key basically means we're tracking the 19 numbers around from where the dealer's spinning the ball from, and also tracking where it's 18 numbers on the opposite side. So what happens is if the ball lands in the unhighlighted area, the depth count here increases by 1. If it lands on the highlighted area, like it just did, then the depth count here either returns to 0 or stays at 0. And whatever the depth count was in there gets transferred down into this depths of win bar chart. And that basically gives us an indication on if the dealer is favoring the side of the wheel that they're spinning the ball from or the opposite side of the wheel. In this case, it looks like they're favoring the opposite side of the wheel. Now, I will explain the first entry that you see will always be 1 higher. So I can see here, because these are all zeros, this was the first result recorded because it's a depth of 1. So I'd minus 1 from that. So I know it's a 0, which meant it went to the highlighted section. Then we've got a depth of 2, which means it went to the unhighlighted section, back to the unhighlighted section, and then it landed on the highlighted section, bringing out that depth of 2. It did exactly the same again, and then it went to 0, so it went straight back to the highlighted section. So I hope that makes sense. And what we're doing, we're either looking for very low depths, like lots of zeros and the occasional 1, or we're looking for big blocks, like high depths of 5, 6, 7, but back to back with not many zeros in between them. So let's have a look at a few tables. This one's VIP roulette. That one started at a depth of 2. Okay, so as I said, it's recently been a dealer change. They've had a few spins and it's recorded a depth of 3, but I know that's minus 1, so it's at a depth of 2, and I can currently see it is on a depth of 3 already. So this dealer is favoring the unhighlighted section. Now, if I open that table, you'll be able to have a look. So that's just come in now. It's landed on the highlighted section. So you'll see now it's a depth of 2 and a depth of 3. Now what I want to do, I want to analyze the dealer because that's not enough data for me to warrant making a bet. So I'm going to watch this dealer and see if he favors the unhighlighted section. That means from number 24 all the way around to 0 in this particular spin. And if I notice that he's doing that a lot more than hitting the highlighted section, that's where I'd place a bet. I'd be betting on the unhighlighted section. Now you can see that nearly went there. It was around 7 or 28, but it pinged back and went back into the highlighted section. So now you're going to see there's a 0 recorded. Now I don't take a single spin as gospel. I want to see multiple spins and see what the dealer is favoring on a majority basis. So I'm going to watch the spin again and see if it lands between 7 and 11. Or if it goes back to the highlighted section. Now, keep in mind that not all dealers have a signature. It's very few dealers have a signature, and they're typically the only ones I'll play with. And that's how I've been racking up this balance and also making a living over the last 8 years just by playing roulette. So let's see what happens here. Again, it's gone to number 35, so it's gone back to the highlighted section. So at the moment, this dealer isn't really showing any particular signature. It just seems he's hit the unhighlighted a few times and he's hit the highlighted a few times with no real pattern. So this is a sort of table that I wouldn't play on. Now, if that depth of 2, depth of 3, if it went to like a depth of 4 or 5, and then that was at like a depth of 3 or 7 or whatever, and kept doing that, then I would be betting on the unhighlighted section. But because it's very hit or miss, you can even do the math here. So the first one is 2, and then the second one is 3. So that means he's hit the unhighlighted section 5 times, but he's hit the highlighted section 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So very, very even. Now it's 5. So it's 5 and 5, which basically shows me that this dealer is very random. There's not really a signature involved. Let's have a look at another table, see if we can find something that is looking okay. Similar with this, depth of 40400 and currently on a depth of 0. So again, there's nothing really there that's telling me that that dealer's worth betting on. This went to a depth of 1, currently on a depth of 1. Be interested to see if that comes out. Because if you see lots of depths of 1, what table is this? Speed roulette. If it's a multi-direction table, sometimes the dealer will favor the highlighted section in one of the spin directions and the unhighlighted on the other. And if they do that, you'll see lots of depths of 1 coming out if it's a multi-direction table, which most of them are. But as you can see here, depth of 1, depth of 1, depth of 1. I will open the table to have a look at that. But I believe speed roulette is a single direction table. So let's just have a look. So depth of 1, 1, and 1. You'd expect the unhighlighted section to come out now. So between 28 and 30. And yeah, it went to number 1. So that's put that to a depth of 1 again. I think it is a single direction table, but he seems to be varying it. So with this, again, if you see that depth of 1, depth of 1, depth of 1, you really need more data to warrant making a bet. Especially, I don't really like playing on speed roulette either, because you don't really have much time to place your bet on the table. But you can see it did land on the highlighted. So that depth of 1 is now going to get transferred there. So that's 4 instances where it's gone unhighlighted, highlighted, unhighlighted, highlighted, unhighlighted, highlighted. So that's done that 4 times in a row once this updates. So you'll see now depth of 1, depth of 1, depth of 1, depth of 1. You'd expect to see that land in the unhighlighted section again around 0 just after. But in this case, it has gone back to the highlighted. So now he's going to have a 0 above that depth of 1. So it's going to go 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So because it's a single, I believe it's a single direction spin. I'll have to check. The ball's spinning anti-clockwise around the table. I want to see if he spins it anti-clockwise again, or if it is a multi-direction table. I wasn't really paying attention. But it's gone to the unhighlighted again now. So he's back at a depth of 1. Let's see if he spins the ball anti-clockwise again. Yeah, he does. He's spinning, it's a single direction table. So he's spinning the ball anti-clockwise each time. Depth of 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Currently on a depth of 1. It's not really worth placing a bet on this table. I know a lot of people might, but I don't really like speed roulette for 1. And there you go. You see it's gone to a depth of 2 now. So that's kind of throwing that pattern out a little bit. And that could keep going. So speed roulette for me is not really one that I like playing on unless I see something really, really nice. So here we've got 0, 2, 2, 0, 0, 1, currently on a depth of 4. It's a very hit or miss on that table. VIP, depth of 2, 3, 0, 0, 0, 2, currently on a 0. Again, not looking amazing. Same on this one, although it's very blocky. You got depth of 4, 0, 4, 0, 0, 3, currently on a depth of 1. So, I mean, it seems that when the dealer's hitting the highlighted, they hit the highlighted. If they're hitting the unhighlighted, they're kind of following that up with the unhighlighted section as well. So it's still not something I'd like to play on, especially doing the higher stakes. What's that gone to? So yeah, it's only gone to a depth of 1 there. This is a speed roulette that we're watching. Depth of 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 0, 2, currently on the depth of 1 again. This one, depth of 0, 1, 1, 3, 1, currently on a depth of 2. That's Roulette 2. It is a pragmatic table, which I don't like. I'm not a big fan of pragmatic tables. They do seem very scamming with ball manipulation. If you watch my previous videos, I've shown that a few times. But it's this table here. But yeah, I mean, it hasn't got a gap between them, which is a type of gameplay that I do enjoy playing. So I'd be betting on the unhighlighted right now between number 30 and 3 if I was going to play on this table. And yeah, we would have got that. It landed on number 32. So that's now put that to a depth of 1 again. This is a gameplay that I've done quite a few times. And the reason I'm doing that, or saying that, is because every time it goes to a depth of 0, he's always hit the unhighlighted section, putting that to a depth of 1, which you can see here. There's no breaks between the higher depths. Okay, so it's a depth of 1, 1, 3, 1, 2. There's no 0 in between any of those. And now he's hit the unhighlighted. So that's just confirmed that, again, there's still no highlighted back to highlighted. So let's see, now it's gone unhighlighted again. It's gone to number 14. So that's going to put that value to a depth of 2. So he does seem to be favoring the unhighlighted section, but I don't like Pragmatic. I might give it a go. I might do €5 per number and do a single bet progression to €10. I'm preferring to do higher stakes at the moment, but Pragmatic I really don't like. So I'm going to wait for this to come in, and then I'll give it a try, but I'm going to do lower stakes than I have been, just to see if we can get a couple of wins. Okay, so that's gone to number 5. That's now brought in that depth of 2. That will be recorded here. So now I'll bet on the unhighlighted, which means I'll cover up to 18. The table is inverted right now. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Let's do €5 up to 18. Do I have time? Just. So basically I'm covering this unhighlighted section from 18 around to 34 because it's at a depth of 0 and there hasn't been any breaks in between. That means the dealer hasn't gone highlighted back to highlighted since he's come onto the table. So we want to see this land around 0. That's not 0, that's the opposite side. So that's gone back to the same number. So now I'll do a single bet progression. And that will be going from 18 to 34. So that's just essentially a rebet double. Yeah, because it's exactly the same number as before. 5 back to 5. So we want to see this land on the unhighlighted section now. But you can see now this is the first time that he's put a break between these. That's what I say. I do think Pragmatic are a little bit stitching, but it is what it is. Let's see if we can get the win now. Doesn't look like it, number 14. So that's what I mean, guys. When you see a pattern like that, be careful that it's not a Pragmatic table. So I'm going to leave that. I know that that's my single bet progression, and that was a Pragmatic table. So not a big fan of that table. That's why I did the lower stakes on that. Let's see if we can find something a bit meatier on another table. Right, see, there's not much on the tables I like playing on. I mean, they are doing high depths on this one. So let's do the maths. That's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is over double. That's on Roulette. Let's try that one a second. Because the unhighlighted is definitely being favored at the moment for this one. And there you go. Depth of 1 again. See if it goes to a depth of 2. Okay, that's gone to 8. So now it's at a depth of 2. So again, hitting that unhighlighted section again. I might just jump straight on the wagon here. Currently on a depth of 2. Let's do €10 going 31 side around. So we're basically covering from number 31 all the way around to 25. And again, I'll do a single bet progression on this. I'm doing higher stakes because this is an evolution table, which I trust a lot more than the Pragmatic tables. They just seem to be a bit fairer. So I'll see that land around 0. Number 19, that's perfect. So now on a depth of 3. Now, it's gone above a depth of 3 a few times. So let's see if we can get away. I'm going to cover up to number 29. See if that goes to a depth of 4. Beautiful, number 11. So there we go. I've got the wins back off of that. That's put me at 2,411. I'm not going to do any more bets because I had the kick in the nuts from Pragmatic. And like I said, the Pragmatic tables just seem to be so much more scamming. If you look at all my previous episodes that I've done playing higher stakes, I've tried staying away from Pragmatic tables, and I found it very easy to get wins back to back. Yeah, as soon as I go on the Pragmatic, even just doing a lower stake at €5, then €10 progression, it just seems to kick you in the nuts each time. This evolution just seems a lot fairer, to be honest. You can see there, number 4, so it's unhighlighted again. So depth of 5, you can see this dealer is hitting those higher depths, and that's essentially what I'm betting on. I'm betting on what the dealer is showing me in the table here. The Pragmatic one, which I was on, looked absolutely amazing. Let's find that table again. Was it Roulette 2? Yeah, okay, so you can see there, the 2 bets that I made was here and here. And now they've gone back to how they was. So the signature's back again. But it just seems the 2 bets that I made were the 2 losing bets. So that to me just cries out bull manipulation as well. I didn't really see it. It didn't look that manipulated. I've seen it insanely manipulated on tables before, but that just pretty much shows me that it just clarifies that I should stay away from Pragmatic tables. But yeah, this dealer here on Roulette, she's doing a lot better. Big high depths, depth of 4, depth of 4, depth of 3, 1, 5, and 5. So I'm going to leave the session there. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. I made a slight profit, just a bit of a recovery one that time. For some reason, the dealer's gone very stationary. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this session. If you do enjoy these sessions, please give the video a thumbs up and drop your comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon. And yeah, I'll chat to you soon. It looked like it went to number 35, so that was another unhighlighted number there. So that's going to put that to a depth of 1 when this tool updates. But I think, I don't know if it's their server or if it's my internet, but you can see there, depth of 1. Pretty good signature there. So I would say with this dealer, definitely favouring the unhighlighted section. Take care, guys, and as always, please bet smart.